As long as we live there, it's never enough singing. Hold up, let me get y'all. Alright, hold up. Alright. As long as we live there, it's never enough singing. And the bars of death he laid, for all offense was slain. But the Lord has risen today, and Christ has brought us to life again. Wherefore let us all rejoice.
How you doing, off-limit podcasters and people that join in? Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. We definitely love the feedbacks. We definitely want to work with anybody that's interested in doing podcast collaborations, anything that have to do with expanding and getting bigger. And we here, I'm here trying to do it all. You know how it goes. But today we are going to celebrate the life of Martin Luther King by reading a book from Bonnie Batter, illustrated by Sue Corneliusson. Okay? My little golden book about Martin Luther King. Let's just dive right into it, guys. I guess this author and illustrator, they illustrated plenty of these books. So if you want to get some educational books, look for that author and illustrator. Maybe able to find it. My ring light is glaring on there, y'all. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get these podcasts up, guys. It's definitely it's a journey. It's not easy, guys. You know how it is out there, but yeah, I'm having a little one. Congratulate me on that soon. Just getting everything ready. It's definitely a lot of work. Cleaning, organizing, everything. It's just I gotta get back to work, guys. But I just wanted to do this for the people that know about Martin Luther King and understand his plight and his conquests and his journey and what he stood for, the civil rights movement and nature of that. So let's get into it. Thank you, guys, and let's get into reading it. Martin Luther King Jr. led the movement calling for equal rights for all Americans. His boyhood home was filled with love. Martin had an older sister he called Chris and an older brother named Alfred Daniel. Their mother, Alberta, spoke softly and was kind. It was very easy for Martin to talk to her. Martin's father, Martin Sr., was a large man with a booming voice. He was a minister of the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. The church was filled with song. Martin loved music and sang in the church choir. He enjoyed Sunday school and had many friends there. Martin got along with everyone, the children, the parents, and the teachers. But sometimes Martin's life was sad. Martin had a good friend he played with almost every day. Then they would turn 6. Martin went to school for black children, and his friend went to school for white children. One day, the boy's father told him he could no longer play with Martin because he was black. Heartbroken, Martin ran home and cried to his mother. The night at dinner, Martin's parent told him it was his duty as a Christian to love everyone, even when he was angry at them. Martin's mother also said he should always feel a sense of somebodyness, that he was important even though the outside world was telling him he was not, simply because of this skin color. In those days in the southern United States, black people could only drink from water fountains labeled colored, and they were not even allowed to go into many restaurants and stores. This was called segregation, the separation of blacks from whites. As he grew up, Martin Hart's begins to grow heavier and sadder. He tried to remember his mother's words that he was somebody, that he was important, but it wasn't easy. One day, Martin's father took him shoe shopping. Even though the store was empty, the shoe keeper told them they had to go to the back of the store and wait to be served. Martin King Sr. became angry. If he couldn't buy shoes for his son in front of the store, he wouldn't buy them at all. Taking hold of Martin's hand, he marched out. I don't care how long I have to live with this system. I will never accept it, he said. Martin will grow up feeling the same way his father. The same way his father felt. Martin was a very good student. He even skipped 2 grades before starting Morehouse College at the age of 15. He took his summer job in Connecticut. Things were different there for black people. In the North, black and white children went to the same schools. There were no separate water fountains. Everyone could shop in the same stores. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. He dreamed that these things could happen in the South too. Was there a way he could help people change the laws to make the dream come true? Martin decided to spend his life helping black people. He thought perhaps if he became a minister, he could reach people with his words, so he became an assistant minister at his church, at his father's church, and seminary. Went to a seminary. Later, Martin entered Boston University. There, he met Coretta Scott, who was studying to be a singer. On their first date, they talked about how hard it was to be black in the United States. They talked about how people could live together in peace instead. After only 1 hour, Martin was sure he would marry Coretta one day, and he did. After Martin and Coretta got married, a letter arrived from church in Montgomery, Alabama. The church leaders invited Martin to give a sermon there. If he did a good job, they would make him their minister. On a clear winter day, Martin drove from Boston to Montgomery. He knew his words had to come from his heart. He knew he could help people find strength to live out their faith. And Martin got the job. With his works, Martin told church members to go out and vote. Voting was a way to change unfair laws against black people. With his words, Martin helped organize protests. He told black people not to ride the buses in Alabama. Martin and others didn't think it was fair for black people to be forced to ride in the back. And with his silence, Martin and many others sat at white only lunch counters. One day, thousands of people traveled to Washington, D.C. for the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Martin was the last to speak that day. I have a dream, his voice boomed. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Thousands of other people shared Martin's dream. Hand in hand, they walked through quiet valleys, over steep hills, and along busy highways, their heart filled with hope for equality. Martin won important award for his work. Sadly, he did not live to see all his dreams come true, but he did see the day when the laws were changed so that Americans of all colors were allowed to go to school together, sit together in restaurants, and shop at all the same stores. Each day, people honor him when they visit his memorial statue in Washington, D.C. Martin Luther King Jr. will be forever remembered as a leader who fought for equal rights and freedom for all. In many places around the world, the fight continues, and Martin's words and dreams lives on. My little golden book about Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you, author Bonnie Batter, and illustrated by Sue Corneliusson. Appreciate the authenticity of the book. Yes, we do want to celebrate that Martin Luther King and what he did. Although, people may point out flaws all day for people and stuff like that, but it's not about that. It's about, what he stood for and what his dream was and what he wanted for all people, not just colored people himself. But that's the Off Limit Podcast reading today, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. Thank you for getting that lovely reading in and listening to me, guys. Today it's I don't want to go deep into the colored thing and everything like that, but it's still people out there that feel ways about different races. I have nothing to do with that. I couldn't help being born the way I am. Although I did my ancestry, I'm mixed like crazy with all types of stuff. You can see my fair skin. So I had to switch up what I ate what I'm eating, and because my ancestry and my DNA doesn't allow me to eat the certain stuff that I was eating before. It was, bringing me down, sluggishness, and I started eating some of the stuff that I need to eat that was in my traits and in my DNA. Started making me feel better. I started feeling like a man. You know what I mean? Like doing things, working for hours, doing things that I want to. Now I'm kind of in a state where I need to get back to the routine, guys. But I just wanted to read that little part and give Martin Luther King Jr. some praise and thank you, Martin Luther King Jr., for all you have done. And it was other other leaders too that came about, Malcolm X too. But this day is about Martin Luther King. Nonviolent movement. Nonviolent movement. They shelling up like this, guys. Nonviolent. I feel them though. Peace and love. See y'all. Thank y'all. Please tune in. Please like, comment, subscribe. I need y'all too. We need to run up these numbers. I'll definitely bring in the action. Definitely bring in the action. Definitely bring in the action, guys.
Sing it loud with the cheerful voice. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing has nothing to do with our fears of the world. It's not for the lost. Singers are merry and free with sorrows and cares. Hallelujah, if you're there. Hallelujah, if you care. If you care, now throw your hands in the air. Hallelujah, hallelujah. If you